Well, welcome to this Sports Showcase event on Hartford TV. I'm Don Morrison, my partner with me, Tim Lindekamp. We're at Bel Air High School on a beautiful spring day. Temperatures approaching 90 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. It's kind of a nice day. It's the Bel Air Bobcats versus the Pattersonville Huskies, two arch rivals teams, both of whom are a little up and down this year. Pattersonville coming in with a 6-9 record. They won 4 games in a row, but then they've lost 5 in succession. They've lost 10 games this year by a total, actually they've lost 6 games by a total of 10 runs. Tim, we're looking at a team Bel Air and a team Pattersonville late in the season, both of them looking to try to find that magic formula as they go into the playoffs.
And this is the time when you got to find. I mean, this is basically the last week of the season. So, you want to make sure no mental mistakes, make the routine play, and hopefully get some good pitching. Got to throw strikes.
Tim, the Pattersonville Huskies are a 1A school, meaning they have a small number of kids available. Bel Air, a much bigger school, 3A. Does it make a difference in baseball, or is it all about pitching?
I think it comes down all about pitching. I mean, and the feeder program. Aberdeen right now, they don't have very good feeder programs, so we have to depend on the SMA. But Pattersonville and Bel Air both have real good park and rec programs, so they should be okay. Our umpires, if you want to know, is Dexter Trotter is at the bases, and Chris Cacagna has got the plate today.
Yeah, two good umpires, two veteran umpires.
Yes.
John Andrews, the coach for Bel Air. John's been the head coach for 5 years, but he's been here for 20 years, the JV coach for many years. Took over for John Swanson some years ago. He's one of those enthusiastic coaches that you like to be around. Teaches history at the school, knows the kids, likes the kids, roots for them, and they like him, you can tell.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You got to have kids that want to play for you, that's for sure.
Matt Rosalind, who is the coach of Pattersonville, Matt's an interesting case, came from Bel Air when Pattersonville was created back in 2005, came over to Pattersonville. He's been the only baseball coach this team has ever known. 17 years as either the JV coach or varsity coach. In those 15 varsity years, Tim, they've had exactly 2 losing seasons. That's, again, competing against teams that are much, much bigger than they are.
I consider, even though Matt's been coaching for 20 years now, I consider him still one of the new coaches. He does a lot of crazy stuff, the hidden ball trick, fake pickoffs and stuff like that. He pulls a lot of things out of his pocket.
Yeah, he is very enthusiastic. We're talking about enthusiastic coaches, and they certainly are, both of them. Should be a good game. They played earlier this year, they being Bel Air and Pattersonville. Pattersonville won the ball game 4-3, came back late in the game, won it after Bel Air had been leading by 3-2. But they have not won a game since they defeated the Bel Air Bobcats back again 6 games ago. Well, our 2 starting pitchers today, you'll see on the mound Michael Hammett. Mike is the senior pitcher for the Bel Air Bobcats. Looking at their lineup, you'll see defensively for the Bobcats, Bryson Hunter. Pardon me, check me. Let me give you the Bel Air's lineup. It's Brennan DeMarick is the pitcher for the Bel Air Bobcats. Sean Roberts at third. Cooper Ray is the shortstop. Ben Sellers is at second. Ian Nitz is the first baseman. In the outfield, Sean Farrell, Jordan Kozak, and Talon Johns around left field to right. And the senior catcher is Ben Bowen. Bowen is the backbone of this team. Plays shortstop, also catches. Tim, you've been a coach and you know how important it is to have senior leadership at those 2 key positions.
Yeah, and I mean, they're senior, got a lot of seniors in the starting lineup, so they should have, the leadership and know what they have to do to win.
Brendan DeMerick, the young man we talked about, the pitcher, senior, big guy, but he's really had only 6 innings of work this year. Fanned 5, walked 5, has an ERA of 3.50, 9 hits in those 6 innings of play. So again, we're just about ready to go. The Pattersonville Huskies sending up Travis Lowy is their third baseman, or check at their shortstop, the leadoff hitter. Travis batting at .349, has 1 double among his hits, followed by Chase Jahoski and Trey McInnes, the numbers 1, 2, and 3 batters for Pattersonville. Just about ready to get underway. As we said, game time temperature in the high 80s, a little bit of a breeze, and now we see some cloud cover coming over. First pitch down low and inside, ball 1. We're underway at Bel Air High School. Bel Air Bobcats coming in at 6-8, Pattersonville at 6-9. Down low, ball 2. Tim, it's an outfield that is from left all the way around to right, 315, 345, 380, 345, and 315. So you're not going to need cheap home runs today.
Wind is blowing out, though, it looks like.
Line drive down to the first baseman. Takes a bad hop over the first baseman's head. Wow, that's called your home field disadvantage, as that ball hit right in front of the first baseman. Ian Nitz took a bounce over his head for a base hit.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Caught that lip right there, it looks like, and it's now the pitcher's thinking, wow, I should have one out, and now I've got a man on first. You got to start right from the stretch right away.
Chase Jahoski, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Chase, the second baseman, a senior. We talked about bunting. No indication he's going to bunt. Ball inside, ball 1. Brendan DeMerick, the pitcher for the Bel Air Bobcats, his second year in the varsity program. He was slowed by an injury, Tim, early in the year, so he's just rounding into shape right now. No, on the inside corner for the strike. The umpire has one of those delayed calls, Tim. He's going to take us out a couple of times today.
Yes. Yeah, he is.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on at first base. Travis Lowy, who got on that infield base hit. Actually bounced over the first baseman's head. Tim, give it a chance to talk about that mound. That's an unusual mound, unusually high and steep coming down both sides and to the front.
Yeah, that thing, I don't think it can
over the
be
pitcher's
legal.
head. Second baseman has it. Flips to the shortstop. Throw to first base. He's safe at first. Out at second on the force out. From second baseman Ben Sellers to the shortstop Cooper Ray. Throw back to first base. Not in time. So on the fielder's choice is Shahoski. I'll bring up Trey McGinnis, the sophomore catcher.
I think the second baseman actually had a little time to tag the base himself and set his feet when he got the double play. What do you think of this card system? You hear the coach hollering out 342 and all this stuff.
I can tell from your tone that you're not a big proponent of the card system.
Yeah.
Fly ball
It's got some
in
weight.
the left field, going back to left fielder. Looks like he's got it in range and makes the catch. Sean Farrell. Ball tagged pretty good. Probably went about 330 feet out to left center field. 2 out now. Brings up the cleanup hitter and the pitcher, Michael Hemmel. Michael is number 21, as you see. Batting .368 on the year. Does have a home run and 2 doubles among his hits. Chase Jahoski on at first base. Got there on the fielder's choice. There he goes. Inside. They're down to second base, and he's going to be... Give it the call. No, they say he got in under the tag. Looked like the throw was there. Nice throw by Ben Bowen. Good tag, but it looks like he slid under.
I think he knocked the ball out of the glove because I saw the shortstop pick the ball up over on the little bit out on the grass there. So I think he knocked it out. I'm not sure.
1 ball, no strikes. Cleanup hitter at bat. Ground ball right side, could go through. Nope, second baseman has it. Throws to first base, and the out is recorded. That ball hit right off the hands. Ben Sellers to Ian Nitz. And the Patterson Mill Huskies go down with no runs. They got 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 man was left on base. No score after the first half inning.
That was a smart piece of hitting, because if you notice, the second baseman was actually holding the runner on the bag. So if that high grass doesn't eat it up and that gets through, that's a run.
Tim, you mentioned
the
about
grass just ate him up a little bit.
This field, and you mentioned that the growth has been so rapid here early in the year. That grass is very high, so any kind of a ground ball is going to have a lot of trouble getting through. We saw what happened on that first batter, that it hit a tuft of grass and went over his head.
Yeah, I don't think there's any home field advantage in the infield today.
No. We get ready now for the bottom of the first. And notice that the left-handed pitcher for Patterson Mill, Tim, you as a coach, you know that you see so few left-handers that automatically it's an advantage for the defensive team having a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, you don't see too many in the high school level anymore, so
Michael,
I think he just needs throw strikes and hopefully have a good defense behind him.
Michael Hemmelt, and he is the pitcher that you're now seeing the Patterson Mill defensive lineup. We'll talk about his being a left-handed pitcher and a right-handed batter, something we haven't seen since the days of Ricky Henderson. third baseman is Bryson Hunter. At shortstop, Travis Lowy. The second baseman, Chase Jahoski. Noah Thomas is at first. In the outfield, Logan Sheeler just up from the JV, a freshman playing left field. Aiden Myers is in center field, and in right field is Drew Sismansky. That is the defensive lineup for Patterson Mill. The catcher, Trey McInnes, a sophomore catcher. Tim, I had a chance to talk to the Patterson Mill coaching staff, and they say that this Trey McInnes is a star in the making, that he caught as a regular catcher as a freshman and now catching as a sophomore. They said he does everything well.
Oh, good. Well, keep my eye on him today. So I didn't bring it up the last broadcast, but this year there was a rule passed that the catcher is allowed to have a receiver in his ear, and you can radio the pitch from the bench to him.
Huh.
They just started it this year. I know I was at the Aberdeen game the other day and I saw them using it.
How about that? So the modern technology has found its way to the high school.
And the only thing crazy is, I think we're still the only state where the coaches don't have to wear a batting helmet when they're coaching the bases.
How about that? I would. I'd wear a helmet and shin guards and everything. Talking about Hemmelt, the left-handed pitcher, here's a young man, Tim, who has had 22 innings pitched, has allowed only 12 hits. But in those 22 innings, he has walked 25. So that's been his problem, is just getting the ball across the plate. 3.50 average, earned run average, and an 0-2 record for Hemmelt. Hemmelt, senior, 6 foot 205 pounder.
Yeah, he's a big boy up there.
And coming off that big mound.
Yeah.
Ben Bowen will lead off for the Veller Bobcats in the bottom of the first inning. Sean Roberts on deck, and Talon Johns, the number 3 hitter. 312 hitter is Ben Bowen. 12 runs scored. Ben has swatted 3 home runs this year out of that leadoff position. Ground ball, foul at third base. Look out down there, Mark. Our cameraman well protected. Thank you very much, Craig Reddish, for providing the protection for our camera folks and the equipment. 1 ball, or 1 strike, no balls. Bowen is senior. Bowen also plays shortstop. Oh, that's a nice hook. That ball came up and disappeared. Ball and a strike. Just underway. The Bel Air Bobcats coming in with a 6-8 record. Patterson Mills 6-9. As we mentioned, they've lost 5 games in a row after a 4-game winning streak. Ground ball. Pitcher moving. Good play by Hemmelt. The throw to first base. What a play, and a scoop. Nope. Gets by the first baseman and going down to second base on the error to the pitcher. A great play by Hemmelt, but threw the ball wildly past first. So on the error, 2-base error going down to second base is Bowen.
And you notice there is you have a freshman playing third. So if the freshman should have called him up because everything's right in front of him.
Yeah, good point. Bryson Hunter, the freshman, was a great effort by Hemmelt. He got off the mound quickly, made a great catch, but didn't set his feet at all, and obviously was a very tough throw.
Right.
Noah Thomas, the 6'3" first baseman, unable to flag it down. So the Bobcats have a runner on second base and nobody out. Looks like catcher McInnes has a bit of an equipment problem. We're ready to get underway as Sean Roberts, the sophomore second baseman, sophomore third baseman, coming in with a .375 batting average, scored 10 runs, has 12 RBIs. Runner at second, Bowen, got a nice lead out there. His fastball on the outside corner. Tenney's got a nice, slow, deliberate motion, does the pitcher Hemmelt.
He comes up to that balance point, he kind of just relaxes there for a little bit.
Swung on, half swing. No balls, 2 strikes. As they say, Bowen looks a little runnerish out there at second base. Looks like he could take off for third here at any moment. Not being held on closely by the shortstop. Can get a bigger lead than that.
He's getting out there.
Looks like he's, nope, that second baseman moving in. Good job by Hemmelt to hold the ball. That's what you want to do as a pitcher, make that runner stop. He's got that little creepy lead, meaning he's step, step, step.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you get that momentum when you're stealing next base.
I wouldn't throw the breaking ball here. I'd run that high fastball, given that he just checked the swing.
Shortstop, throw back safely. Tim, you mentioned Matt Roseland, the great coach for Patterson Mill. He's got lots of tricks, a lot of pick-off plays and different things a lot of coaches don't do. Swung on and missed, that high fastball going away.
Right fielder, number 15, Talon
Talon John's coming up. By the way, you may notice the walk-up music. Mr. Andy Levy volunteered. He does the walk-up music, so each player gets to pick the music he wants to come to the plate, as long as it's, let's say, within reason, huh?
That's right.
Talon John's now the number 3 hitter. Lefty against lefty. One out, runner at second, down low. Good stop there by McInnes. We didn't mention it, Tim, but this backstop is a good distance away from home plate, probably farther than most fields we see. He gets by the catcher, it's automatically a base.
Oh, yeah. He's creeping again.
Ground ball, right side. First baseman lets it go through. Turning third, coming home. Here's the third of the plate. No, he's going to show to the cutoff man, and the run will score on the base hit. Johns gets it through that right field side. The old 3.5 hole. Gets an RBI. So the error, the 2-base error, puts the runner in scoring position, and the Bobcats score. Bring up Ben Sellers, the cleanup hitter. Brent, a .410 hitter. 10 RBIs on the year. One out, runner at first. Down low.
Okay, this is where I have trouble saying his name. Helmut needs to make sure he's throwing strikes. He can't have those base on balls coming hard him like they've done in the past.
Yep, like we said, he had 25 walks in 22 innings this year. Up high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, Tim, if you're the batter, you're the cleanup hitter, you can look for something right down the middle. Got to be your pitch, though.
That's right. You got to look for your pitch. And if it's there, you want to take a good hack at it.
Talon Johns on at first base. One out. Bottom of the first inning. And that's just what it was, that high fastball.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't his pitch, but that high fastball looks so good coming in. It's so hard to lay off.
What do they say in League of Their Own? Can't hit them, can't lay off of them.
That's right.
Yep, they do. They look right up in your eyes. Especially if you have a bat that you drop a little bit. No way that you can get on top of that high fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Up high. 3 balls and a strike. Sean Farrell on deck, the sophomore.
Now you're definitely looking for something. If it's not my pitch, I still could go 3-2. I'm still going to try to look for my pitch here, I think.
Ben Sellers, the senior. Up high, ball 4. Tim, it looks like that Hamilton's losing concentration. He tends to look away from the plate, almost like Fernando Valenzuela used to do without looking at the plate before he throws. But boy, your mechanics have to be so locked in to be able to get the ball across.
Oh, you know, Jay Tvotasic used to say, pitching's like throwing darts. And when you look at the spot on the dartboard, you don't take your eyes away from it. You keep concentrating on that spot. Yeah, he got ready to release that, and he glanced over at first, I guess, see if the runner was going or not.
Line drive foul. Look out over there. Sean Farrell, the batter. Sean, a sophomore, batting .269, has 3 RBIs. Check it, 8 RBIs, and 6 runs scored on the year. Just underway at Bel Air High School. The Patterson Mill Huskies went out without scoring in the top of the first. Bel Air's picked up 1 run, threatening to get more. They've got runners at first and second, 1 out. John's on at second base, Sellers on at first. On that outside corner. But that was a nice pitch.
That was a real nice pitch.
RBI single by Johns. He's on at second base, and Sellers walked.
Again, I'd like to see him run this fastball up.
Timmy, looking at wind is blowing out, so
Yeah.
you know I don't want to say that we're going to see a long ball today, but you know the dimensions are fair. You have to hit the ball well to get it out of here. Down low, nice stop. We heard about McInnes, the catcher, and he's proving everything they said about him.
Yeah, that's good if you have confidence in your catcher. You can throw it in the dirt, try to get him to chase, and know he's going to block it.
Just a sophomore, too. The ball was one of those tough hops because it wasn't a short hop. It was hitting in front of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. On that outside corner. He dotted the
nice
corner.
Pitch.
Beautiful pitch.
Center fielder, number 1, Jordan Kozak.
Now with 2 out, Jordan Kozak will bat. Jordan, the center fielder, 289 hitter. I asked Andy Levy if he would tell me what the walk-up music was, and he said, never mind, you wouldn't understand any of the music. And he's right. And I said, are you going to play any Dolly Parton? He said, no. So I'm dead without that. 2 out runners at first and second. The Bobcats threatening to add to their 1-0 lead.
You would have liked it years ago. The Ironbirds had a catcher, I believe his name was Ringhofer, and he came up to the plate with Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire.
Yeah, that's the only one I knew.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Johnny Cash, written by June Carter Cash, his wife to be. And she wrote it at a point when she was falling in love with Johnny and said that Ring of Fire was
You are
drawing her in.
You are a history teacher.
Only country music. That's all. I know nothing else. Hello. That's a good block. Might be able to hear the wind through our field microphones. That wind picking up. We got here today around 1 or 2 o'clock. It was still as could be. You know, it was kind of like almost like sultry hot. Now the wind blowing. Very pleasant day.
Nice breeze out to center field right now.
Balk is called. I don't know what he did that was not according to Hoyle, but the plate umpire said that's a balk. Puts the runners down to second and third. Used to be an umpire named Bob Davidson in the major leagues who was famous for calling balks. You couldn't do anything without Davidson calling a balk. This has been maybe 20, 25 years ago.
I'm still not sure how he walked. I don't know if he said he came set and then started and set again.
I like it that the umpire is going out and explaining to the pitcher exactly what he did wrong. Once you come to a set, you put your hands together, you can't separate your hands. You have to come to a set and stop. You mentioned that the pitcher Hamilton is a very deliberate pitcher. He seems to take his time, almost hesitates. Second and third. Pop up. First baseman moving. In foul territory, now fair territory, and the out is recorded. That wind we talked about blew it back into fair territory, so the out is recorded. Good job there by Noah Thomas to hang with it, make that catch of the pop-up. So the Bobcats do get 1 run. They had 1 base hit. There was an error. 2 runners were left on base. After 1 inning of play, the Bel Air Bobcats leading by 1-0. Tim, we talked about country music. There it is.
There we go.
Andy Levy is helping us out.
Just had Matt Backer join us, the new head coach at Notre Dame in Maryland for baseball.
Hello there, here recruiting. Yeah, I understand you have a couple of these players going to join your program.
I'll tell you what, that was a good piece of pitching to get out of that inning.
It was
only 1 run.
Yep. Tim, you made a good point. That first baseman Thomas had to hang with that pop-up. That ball was threatening to evade him.
And I hate to say it, when I got moved over to the corner spots, if it was real high like that, I always pointed at it and told my shortstop where it was.
Absolutely. That's why you get paid the big bucks, shortstop. Come catch it, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd make sure I pointed out clean, too, and tell him exactly where it was.
Yeah. Not my fault that he didn't catch it.
Noah Thomas.
So here we go to the top of the second
we
inning.
go.
Patterson Mill will send up their cleanup hitter, actually their number 5 hitter, Noah Thomas, the young man we talked about who just made that catch at first base. Are we seeing another right-handed batter who catches the ball left-handed? I think he's a left-hander in the
I thought
field.
he was.
So you see a lot of left-handed hitters who throw right-handed, but so very few who bat right-handed throwing left-handed.
Right.
Ricky Henderson, Cleon Jones, maybe. Ground ball. Moving on to the shortstop, Ray. Ray gets the hop and makes the throw. Cooper Ray, also a pitcher, probably their number one pitcher for the Pattersonville Huskies.
Grayson Hunter.
Took his time, got the nice high hop, and made the throw to first.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Set his feet and made sure he made a good throw.
Bryson Hunter, freshman, third baseman. Freshman playing on the varsity. That's always a challenge. Ground ball back to the pitcher,
Oh,
fielded
nice
by
play.
pitcher Demerick. Makes the throw to first base and 3 pitches and 2 outs.
Number 1, John Teal.
That was a nice play. I wish he'd have stood up straight and set his feet down. That scares me when you kind of just sling it over there.
Yep. Brennan Demerick making that play. Brennick, a senior, as we said, he was injured earlier in the year and now just cutting back into form, and it's a good time to do it, to be able, as the postseason comes along.
That's right.
Especially, Tim, if you're a senior, boy, that's the last thing you want, your last semester in high school, and you're unable to play because of an injury. It pained me so much for the COVID year, and you know that because you went through it, where the athletes forfeited an entire year of what should have been, one of the best years of their life.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, the college guys, they gave him a year back, but you really can't give a year back in high school.
Yep.
I tell you, this is big. If he gets his third out right away and gets Bel Air back in the hit while they still got some momentum.
John Teal, the DH batting. John, a junior, 280 hitter. Strike. I'm impressed with Demerick, the way he delivers the ball. Not a whole lot of motion. Just kind of sets himself and delivers the ball.
It looks like the last 2 hitters, he started off with saying, the inside part of the plate's mine, and he ran it in a little bit on him, and then he pounded that outside corner there, that second pitch.
Up high, swung on and missed. Again, Tim, you mentioned that high pitch. If you can't learn to lay off that high pitch, you're not long for the game.
That's exactly right. And both teams are chasing right now a little bit.
Oh, did that hit him?
Yep. And caught him in the shoulder there.
Yeah. Lucky it didn't hit any kind of bony part like I was afraid to hit him in the hand.
Number 3, Aiden Myers.
Hit by the pitch was Teal as he goes down to first base, bringing up Aiden Myers, the center fielder. Aiden is senior on the team. Aiden, a 276 batter. 2 out, runner on at first base. On that outside corner, strike 1.
Don't even worry about that runner. I'd go right after this guy, get myself out of the inning.
Yeah, 2 out. You said, Tim, they got the first 2 batters out with 3 pitches and had the next batter 2 strikes, but then the fastball got away from him. Oh, curveball. Pinned right across the plate. What's the old thing about writing home to your mom? Mom, they're throwing the curveball. I'll be home soon.
Exactly.
Not much of a lead over there at first base. You said, Tim, America seems to be a little bit more bothered.
You got 2 strikes on the hitter, go after him. Bad throw, hits that fence, goes down that right field line. Anything could happen. And there you go.
On the outside corner, strike. Looking, 1 strikeout, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We played an inning and a half. Bel Air Bobcats leading by 1-0. Daramick really looked a lot more comfortable in that second inning. Maybe he's getting used to that high mound.
Yeah, I mean, he looked real good that day. Now he's got to hope that, his guys can give him a couple runs here and keep the momentum going.
Remember, these two teams had that 4-3 game earlier in the year where the Patterson-Mill Huskies came back. They were down 3-2 and scored a couple runs in the last inning to win it. I'm just amazed. You look even at the wins that Patterson-Mill has gotten. They've gotten them in close fashion. As we said, lost 6 games by 10 runs total. That's not a game losing by 10. That's the difference. If you add up all the losing deficits, 10 runs. That's hard to take.
Yeah, I mean, that's where, you know, I don't know how they've lost, but it could be a little, you know, mental mistake here, a little error there. And you hate it, but, you know, being a high school kid, you get down to the 7th inning and it's, you know, you're up 4-2 or 4-3 and you're like, okay, what's going to happen now?
Yeah. We mentioned that in the 15 years that they played varsity baseball, we're talking about Patterson-Mill, 2 losing seasons in 15. This year, they're in danger of having their 3rd losing season. Something you don't want to be branded with if you're a senior looking back, hey, you know, you had a losing season. Cooper Ray, the shortstop. Cooper Ray, 258 hitter, 8 runs, 4 RBIs. Leading off here in the bottom of the 1st inning for the Bel Air Bobcats. Yep, bottom of the 2nd inning. Did I say bottom of the 1st?
Yes, you did.
I did. Thank you, Booth. Bottom of the 2nd inning.
I was going to correct you, but I just figured no one would have noticed.
You're a good man. You're a good man. Swung on a nest.
That's right. He's keeping that ball up in the zone.
Yep.
I think I would just, you know.
Michael Hamlet
There you
now
go.
down on the knees. Timmy, how do you get the ball down if you're a pitcher? You're throwing the ball high off that high mound.
I think it all comes down to your follow through. That, you know, on the high ones, he's just not coming all the way through.
There's the
Nice little
curveball.
curveball
Line
there.
shot into left center. It's going to fall for the base hit. Maybe more. Turning first, going down to second base is Ray. Here's the throw. He's going to be safe at second base. On the double, the hustle double by Cooper Ray.
First baseman, number 11.
Nice throw by Aiden Myers into the second baseman, Jahusky, but the slide gets him safely, leading off with a double. We'll bring up Ian Nitz, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, first baseman.
And number 8 hitter, now your job's to get him over or get him in, but mainly get him over.
You do that by hitting the ball to the right side.
Hit it to the right side or drop it.
On that outside corner. Michael Hamlet, 6 foot 205 senior, 22 innings pitched on the year, giving up 15 runs, a 3.50 ERA. Big problem has been walks. He's walked 25 in 22 innings of pitching. Change up, had him off balance, 2-strike count.
And now he can throw about whatever he wants to throw right now. See if he runs that high fastball. He's been living on that a little bit.
Ray, big lead at second base. Curveball hangs high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch to him. He didn't think.
Yeah, that's a tough one to lay off. I say it looks so good up there.
Ian Nitz, also a wrestler. Line shot, right field, moving right fielder, diving. Did he make the catch?
I think he did make the catch.
And the throw to second base, and it is a
Yeah,
double
it's a
play.
double
What a
play.
play by Drew Szymanski, the senior, comes in, dives, catches the ball, gets the throw into second base to the shortstop, Travis Lowy, and the double play is recorded. Boy, put a star beside that one.
That's a real big play there.
The line out for the out, and then from 9 to 6, the double play recorded at second base. So just like that, 2 out, nobody on. Here's the replay. You'll see how he comes in and makes that diving catch. While you're away, a ground ball single to left field. How important was that play made by right fielder Szymanski?
You know, I always go back to it, and I hate to say it. You have no outs. You see the fly ball is right. You can still go halfway and read it. If he drops it, he's on the ground. You're going to score. It's just that the little things drive me crazy.
Very
Coach.
good point. Yep. Yeah, you think he has a chance to catch it, you got to wait to see where the ball goes. But it looked for the world, to Cooper Ray and to me and to everyone, that ball was going to fall in. What a jump that Szymanski got. He didn't delay at all, came into him and made that catch.
That was a heck of a catch.
Ben Bowen now coming up for the second time in 2 innings. You may remember he led off the bottom of the first, got on that error to the pitcher, ended up scoring the only run of the game so far.
He's had a pinch runner come in for Bel Air, number 3, Camden Devine, it looks like.
Yep. Yep, that's a courtesy runner coming in. That hurt the umpire. I know because I heard it, and I heard the owl occur in the tip foul. Curveball up high in the zone.
Patterson Mill gets a nice out here. They have a little momentum coming in after a play like that.
Darren Meck, the pitcher who got the base hit. And high school rules, you can have a courtesy runner come in. Another nice stop by McInnes.
Yeah, he's doing a good job behind the plate.
Well, you just sell out. You're almost like, I don't know, maybe a hockey goalie where you just go down. All you want to do is curve the upper part of your body, make that ball drop right in front of you.
Ooh.
Nice curveball just
I
off
thought
the
that
inside
was a
corner.
nice pitch there.
Tough one to lay off of. Bowen now with a 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner on at first base. There's the throw to first base.
Oh,
I
they
think he's
got
got
him,
him.
I think.
Yeah, he got him picked off. The courtesy runner a little bit too brave, and the left-hander raises that leg, throws to first base, and the tag applied by Noah Thomas. 1-3, out of the inning.
So remember last time when we talked about courtesy runners, what I thought about it.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody's left on base. Here you'll see the replay on the pickoff. Nice throw, nice tag.
Yeah.
Being a left-handed pitcher, you can't balk. That's the old thing about, because, you know, you just raise that leg, hold that leg up in the air, and then when the runner makes a move, you throw to first base.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, when I was coaching, you know, they don't break that plane anymore, so it's like, you know, if I was stealing, it's first movement. Once he lifts that leg, take off.
Yep.
And I never wanted to get in a rundown because I said, these are high school kids. You got to throw a good throw to first, and he has to clear the runner and throw a good throw to the shortstop. And I always bet money that they couldn't get 3 good throws like that in a row. Didn't win a lot, but.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on the left-hander. You know, if you go on the first move and he throws home, you're in good shape.
Right.
If he throws to first base, you still might beat the throw to second base.
You just got to keep running. Don't stop.
Yeah. So now the Huskies will come up in the top of the 3rd inning. They'll send up their number 9 hitter, Logan Sheeler. Logan is a freshman, and this is his first bat in his career. He's just been brought up from the JV.
Wow.
Well, can you remember that, Tim? I mean, your first time batting as a varsity player?
There's a lot of butterflies happening
A lot of
now.
butterflies. Logan Sheeler. Logan playing left field.
Oh.
Logan says, pressure, measure. I'm going to hit this ball.
I think he was sitting on that a little bit.
He was ready.
Got a nice big grin, too, after he pulled that thing foul.
Brendan Daramick, the pitcher, says, wait a minute, I read this young man's script. He was a freshman. Little bouncer, and it goes foul. Catcher Ben Bowen let that ball go foul. I'm not sure whether maybe if he thinks about it, he would try to catch that ball in fair territory.
I think that's what he waited for because he didn't grab it right away. I was hoping it would pop back fair.
Looked like it hit the plate and bounced. The plate being in fair territory.
Yeah.
Had he caught it maybe on that first bounce, but when it hit, had a little bit of English on it, came back in foul territory. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 3rd strike.
Shortstop, number 11. Travis
Yeah, I think he just said, I never saw one of those on JV before.
Yeah, they didn't throw that on JV. The old jug handle, the old yellow hammer. How many nicknames do they have for the curveball?
Slippery butter.
It's something you can't say here on the air.
That's true.
Travis Lowy now. Travis, who got a single That little bad bounce hop over the first baseman, then he does it again, hits to the first baseman. This time, the catch is made and the toss to the to the pitcher covering. Ian Nitz picks it up, throws to Daramick covering from 3-1 for the second out of the inning. Almost looked like he could have gone over and touched first base, but the pitcher was making the effort to get over there, so he rewarded him.
Yes, he did.
First baseman 3 to pitcher 1. 2 out, nobody on. Chase Jahoski, the batter. Chase got on a fielder's choice, stole the base back in the first inning.
I'll tell you what, Demerick, he's got control of the strike zone right now. He's not throwing too many balls. He's going right at him and challenging him.
Brendan Daramick, a young man who, as we said, was injured early in the year. Curveball, up 0-2. Rounding back into shape here. Pitched only 6 innings all year. Spanned 5, walked 5. Allowed 9 hits, 3 earned runs, a 3.50 ERA. Top of the third inning. 1-0 run lead for the Bel Air Bobcats. They scored their run in the first inning. Pop up into right field, coming, right fielder dives, and the ball is safe. It gets down there. Talon Johns coming in to try to make the catch. Don't know whether the wind caught it, but it falls in for the base hit. 2-out runner on at first base is Jahoski. Now it's Trey McInnes, the sophomore catcher. Trey, a .357 batter, 6 doubles and a home run as a sophomore. Then he doesn't look like a sophomore. He doesn't play like a sophomore. Batting number 3 in the order. Inside corner, strike 1. Flew out to left field. That ball hit deep, as you remember, back in the first inning. Casual toss over to first base, keeping the runner close. If I'm Jahoski and I'm, Coach Roseland, I believe I'm going to be on the move here. 2 down, got to get in scoring position.
That's right.
Not moving there. Strike on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the good thing here is if you run and get thrown out, then the batter has no strikes
That's
next
right.
inning.
And this is one of their better hitters, so yeah, I'm definitely running here. He's leaning.
There he goes. Fly ball to right side. Moving on at first baseman and out of play.
That was a protection hack there.
Jahoski has one of those sets when he's getting ready to move where he's set, steady without any movement. I think I'd like to see him maybe be a little more mobile, a little more flexible, because he has to now create his momentum.
Yeah.
There's the throw back to first base. Daramick says, hey, I know the drill. I got 2 strikes on the batter. I know you're going.
Called a balk for something.
Yeah, he did. He didn't come to set. The second base umpire, that's the second balk we have seen. I think I've gone like 50 games and not seen 1 balk, but we've seen 2. That definitely, you could tell what happened. Daramick didn't stop. He just, sort of came to a half set, came on that through, and the second base umpire, Johnny on the spot, said, yep, you balked. So now in scoring position on that balk is Jahoski. McInnes now needs a base hit to tie this game. Curveball, beautiful pitch. Gets out of the inning without any damage. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We played 2.5. The Bel Air Bobcats leading by 1-0. 3 strikeouts so far for Daramick.
And if you look at Daramick's stats, you're wondering, how long is Coach Andrews, planning on sticking with him before he brought in?
Yeah, he told us that freshman Kyle Drew is the one waiting in the wings. He said, I'd like Daramick to go as long as he can because, as you mentioned, Tim, it's late in the year, a lot of rainouts. You've got a lot of games to make up. You're allowed, what, 90 pitches in a week, I think?
Yeah, I forget what it is anymore. But I tell you right now, I mean, if he keeps pitching like this, you know, he's not going to come out again till the top of 4. So if you can put a couple runs up for him, give him a little buffer, you know, he might be able to get the 4th and the 5th maybe, keeps throwing like this.
This game, again, we talk about it being important for seeding purposes in the playoffs, but it's also important when you get Patterson Mill and Bel Air, arch rivals. Patterson Mill has that first game win, 4-3. You know the last thing that Bel Air wants to do is to lose twice to their arch rivals.
And that's the one thing that I didn't like about the up back in the divisions. You've lost some of those rivalries. I mean, you know, ours were always Havre de Grace, Edgewood. You know, there's Route 40 corridor schools.
Yeah, Bow Manor, the school in Chesapeake City in Cecil County, I mean, that's an Eastern Shore school, and you really don't have a whole lot of natural rivalry with a team like Bow Manor. So, yeah, with bringing those 5 Cecil County teams in, it did create something like what happened when Maryland left the ACC and went to the Big Ten.
Still upset about that, too.
Well, here we go.
You're finding all the things that really frustrate me.
I'm pushing your buttons here, Tim. Bottom of the 3rd inning now. Again, that 1-0 score for the Bobcats. They'll send up their leadoff hitter. This is Ben Bowen. Bowen got on the error in that first inning on the pitcher and scored what is now the only run of the game so far. Nice curveball. Start him off with something he wasn't looking for. Bowen, a .312 hitter on the year, 12 runs scored, 3 home runs, 15 runs. Ground ball, third base, over the bag.
Oh, nice
fair ball.
play.
Throw to first base is going to be safe. A nice play there by Sean Roberts, the sophomore, able to backhand it.
Third baseman, number 14.
Yeah,
That
that
will
was a
be
nice play.
infield base hit.
Robert.
Leadoff hitter on, that brings up Sean Roberts. Roberts, who fanned back in the first inning. Roberts, the third baseman, sophomore.
So with your leadoff hitter on, you know, he's probably looking to steal sometime. We'll just see how it goes against this lefty. Got to lead to about the cut.
Strike, no, they called it low. Let me make a correction. That was Bryson Hunter, the freshman third baseman for Patterson Mill, who made that nice backhand play. Probably saved the base. Looked like it could have been a double, Tim. Up high. 2-0. Roberts scored 10 runs on the year, 12 RBIs, a .375 hitter. Have we seen a third balk?
Yeah,
Wow.
came double set again.
What do they say about you come to a game and you see something you've never seen? 3 balks in 2.5 innings.
You know, you notice that Helmut has been, he throws from the stretch all the time. It just seems like that once runners get on, he loses, you know, focus or something. That's where he's been struggling the most, is when we got runners on base.
Down low, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Nobody out, runner at second base. Bowen got on a base hit to the deep third base area. On the outside corner, 3-1. Tim, now we're in that position where get him in, get him over. Nobody out, runner at second. Got to get him to third.
That's right.
Down low, ball 4.
Right fielder, number 15. Tyler John.
We mentioned that if Hamilton has had trouble this year, it has been in the walking. He's walked 25 batters in just 22 innings, given up only 12 hits. So think about that. He's given up just about a hit every 2 innings, but he's walked more than 1 per inning on the average. Talon Johns now, the right fielder at bat. He got a single and an RBI last time up. They're going to say it's a...
I thought that hit off his foot.
I thought it did too, Didn't see a call from the umpire.
Yep, they're all coming back.
Yeah,
I just don't think Kakanya threw his hands up all the way. I think he
Yeah.
just did one of those low hands by his chest that we
maybe
couldn't
he.
see.
The great play by catcher McInnes coming out to make the play. You know, he didn't know what the umpire was going to call. Ends up being a foul ball. Runners go back to first and second. Sean's a .324 hitter on the year. Another nice play by McInnes. Almost looks like McInnes wasn't expecting the curveball. He came out late, sort of made a backhanded catch of a ball going away from him. Fly ball, shortstop, moving back, center fielder coming in. Center fielder makes the catch. Good play by Aiden Myers coming in and making that catch. When seemed like it brought the ball to him.
Ben Sellers.
Myers playing shallow there in center field, able to make the catch. One out now. Runners remain at first and second. Ben Sellers now the cleanup hitter. Ben walked in his first trip to the plate. A .410 batter is Sellers.
Well, this is a guy you want up right now then.
10 RBIs. He would like to add a couple more right here. Down on the knees. One out, runners at first and second. A 1-0 lead for the Bel Air Bobcats. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Foul back. 0-2. All right, Tim, I'm going to make you the pitcher now. You're 0-2. You've got the cleanup hitter up. Do you go right at him, or what do you do?
I'm running that high fastball just a little bit above Bel Air to try to see if he'll chase.
Double play is in order. Michael Hemmelt, the pitcher. Throw back to second base. Goes through at second base. Looked like it was a good throw, but there was nobody there covering, and so the runner goes down to third on the error to the catcher. Tough when the catcher makes a good throw, but there was some confusion. Nobody was covering at second base.
And I'm sure that call either came from the catcher or from the bench, so, you know, someone made a mental error there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at first and third. Going down to third base was Bowen. Staying on at first base was Roberts. So
Yeah,
runners at first and third.
I'm sure Roberts is probably going to take off here.
Down low. Another good stop by McInnes. Feel like I'm Trey McInnes' press agent, but I'm so impressed with everything he does, the way he handles himself behind the dish. I mean, effortlessly making the plays. Tip foul.
Ooh.
Right on that one.
He was on that one.
Looking for that bases clearing home run that time.
I'm surprised he hasn't started Roberts up yet. Unless they saw that throw from McInnes earlier.
Yeah, at least you get the run from third base. There he goes. Ball up high. No throw to second base. They call that defensive indifference, but I'm going to give him a stolen base. Yeah, come on. I don't know when that came in. Defensive indifference. If you don't try to get him out, you just give him the base. And so
Yeah, I never understood that either. Oh, umpire's lost his lineup card.
batter points out, good job there. Batter Ben Sellers says, hey, Mr. Umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners at second and third, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Bobcats leading by 1, looking to add. Up high, ball 4. 2 walks in this inning.
Left fielder, number 37, Sean Farrell.
Now bring up Sean Farrell, the sophomore. Sean Fan looking back there in the first inning. Infield is playing, looks like now they're going to bring him in. shortstop and second baseman coming in, so the play will be home to first if they can. Of course, out anywhere, any base. Up high.
I'm starting to struggle a little bit. You know, I would think I'd play my guys in the middle about halfway. Because you're bringing them up this early, you're saying, you know, we might not be able to score 2 runs.
Ball 2.
Yeah, he's
3 walks already for Hamilton. Remember we said that that's been his Waterloo all season, 25 walks in 22 innings. Strike,
there he goes.
big one.
Yep. He did the delay on me there for a second. I thought it was a strike, but
Farrell taking all the way. Bases are jammed. 1 out. Ground ball first base and through for the base hit. 1 run scores. Here's the throw to the plate. The 1 run will score, and so that does score the 1 run on the base hit. Bases remain loaded. In from third base is Bowen, up to third base is Roberts, and down to second is Sellers. On at first base is Sean Farrell.
now you've coached for a long time, so it's the bottom of the third.
Mhm.
You got your infield up.
Mhm.
So, you know, if you play back, could the second baseman made that play? I don't know. But it's almost now, if you play him up again, are you giving Bel Air a chance for a big inning?
Yeah, they
I
call
mean,
them.
it's a catch-22.
They call them crooked numbers, and that's what you don't want, where a team maybe score 4 or 5 runs, and then you're out of the ball game. So now it's 2-0, but the bases are loaded. You know, ideally, if you're Patterson Mill, you'd like to get a double play, get out of it, be down by only 2 runs.
They've
Matt
got it.
Roseland, the Patterson Mill coach, out discussing things with his entire infield.
And while that batter was sitting, they ran a young man over to the bullpen. I didn't see his number, but he's only thrown maybe 3 or 4 pitches over there, so I do not think he's really ready to come in yet.
Ryan Malafant is the senior with an 0.97 ERA, the young man that Coach Roseland told us might be the pitcher that would come in. And again, because of all the games they're playing this week, you would like to have Helmut go as far as he can. But at some point, you don't want to get the game out of reach.
Right.
Jordan Kozak popped up to the first baseman that ended the first inning. Bases are loaded. Wind is blowing. Swung on and missed. Good pitch.
He's got the corners playing up. Middle infield's back for a double play.
Ground ball shortstop. Play to second base. The out. No throw to first base. The run will score on the force out at second base from the shortstop Lowy to the second baseman Chahosky.
Number 5, Cooper Ray.
So the RBI ground out.
Yep.
Scoring from third base is Roberts. Going down to third is Sellers. Out at second base is Farrell. On the force out from the second baseman from the shortstop Ray to the second baseman Chahosky.
Kozak did what he was supposed to do, put the ball in play.
Yep. Runners now at first and third. 2 outs. Cooper Ray, the shortstop, batting now for the Bobcats. Cooper hit that double, if you remember, back in the second inning. He's the young man that was doubled off second base on that great play made by Drew Szymanski on the line drive. One of the best plays I've seen in high school ball for some time.
Yes.
Good to see the Bobcat bench in the ball game. Everybody on the bench yelled back. You've probably heard it on your field mic. So you're sitting on the bench. What do? You just sort of doze off? No. You keep your head in the ball game. Ground ball, second base. Moving on to Chahosky. Chahosky over to shortstop, and that will end the inning on the force out at second base. But in that inning, the Bobcats score 2 runs. They get 2 runs on looks like on 2 base hits. No errors. There were 2 runners left on base. We've now played 3 full, with the Bobcats leading by 3-0. Tim, if you're Matt Roseland, you got to be a little bit happy that you got away with just 2 runs when you had the bases loaded and just 1 out.
Yeah, I mean, that could have exploded into, like you said, a crooked number inning. But I guess, the question is, how long do you stay with your starting pitcher? It seems like as long as no one's on base, he's okay. But once those guys get on base, I don't know if he loses a little focus or what. He walks, 2 balks.
Brendan Demerick, the pitcher for the Bel Air Bobcats, has gone now 3 innings. He's done a good job. As we mentioned before, Demerick came into this game, with very little experience. He only had 6 innings of work all year. He's one of the regular pitchers as a senior, but he was suffering with an injury early in the year. Now he looks like he's rounding into shape.
Which is really good for Bel Air, getting ready to go into the playoffs if they get him back to full strength. And right now, he's been in command of this game.
Giving up just 2 hits on the game, no runs. Cleanup hitter is Michael Hamlet, his opposing number. High school, it's not unusual to see a pitcher batting cleanup. Usually that's your best athlete. Ball 1 to Hamlet. 368 hitter with a home run and 2 doubles on the year.
Oh.
Swung on that nice off-speed pitch. Ball and a strike. Hamilton grounded out to the second baseman back in the first inning. Into the first inning. Another curveball.
Oh, he came right back with it.
Doubled up on the curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Leading off here in the top of the 4th inning. Pattersonville Huskies.
You come back with it again?
Tim, it's a good one.
I come with it out of the strike zone.
If you're the batter, you just don't know what is coming. There it is again. Foul back our way.
Now, as a hitter here, I'm thinking he's done it to me 3 times. He's got to be coming with a fastball. And you know what? He's going to drop it in again.
The great thing about baseball is the mind game that goes on between the pitcher and the batter. Fastball up high, gets him.
That was a good piece of pitching there.
Absolutely. Slowed the bat down and then sped it up with that fastball. Brings up Noah Thomas, the first baseman. Noah grounded out, leading off the top of the 2nd inning. 371 hitter is Thomas. Thomas, a junior. Ground ball, high hop. Moving on to this Ray. Gets to it, throws the ball on the move. Scooped by the first baseman, unable to make it. Safe at first base.
Third baseman, number 16.
Tim, we see that a lot now where if you go back to the Cal Ripken days, he would have set his feet and made it a strong throw. You see Gunnar Henderson, who throws the ball on the run all the time. It looks easy, the way Gunnar does it. One of the most difficult things to do without your feet set.
Yeah, Gunnar Henderson's got so much arm strength. It's like, when the infielder started fielding the ball to the side.
Yeah.
I said, man, if it takes a bad hop, it's in the outfield. If I'm in front of it, at least I can knock it down.
Bryson Hunter, the freshman. A little bit high. Hunter grounded out pitcher to first base back in the 2nd inning. Runner on at first base on the error.
Pattersonville needs to break the ice here.
Down by 3-0. Right down the middle. One ball, 1 strike. Clouds have sort of taken over the sun here today at Bel Air. Very pleasant day. High fastball, foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, Timmy, I came here about 1:30 today, and it was just like hot. I mean, it was sultry. There was no wind. The sun was beating down. It was about 90 degrees. I was ready to complain, and then I remembered how cold I was at Edgewood and said, I'll never complain. Now the wind has picked up a little bit. The clouds have come in. Just a very nice, pleasant day.
Good day for baseball.
Yep. Of course, you and I being baseball lifers, any day is a good day for baseball.
That's true. That's true.
Yep. I think it's what makes opening day my best day of the year. Curveball taken,
That's big.
big one. 2 out now. Think about opening day is right during the Masters tournament. It's right during the playoffs in basketball. It's just the best time of the year. Spring is coming.
Yeah, I just wish they wouldn't start them in March.
2 out now. Ground ball, third base, moving. Pick up the throw to first base, and the out is recorded as Sean Roberts comes in, makes up the pickup and throws to Ian Nitz for the final out. 5-3. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We've now played 3.5. Bel Air leading by 3-0. Music supplied by Mr. Andy Levy. Andy said his daughter was a manager for the baseball team back in 2017, and he works for the Bank of America, I think, like a banker. So he's not a DJ per se. But they asked him, would you mind doing this? And he said, mistakenly said, okay. And now here it is, what, 2024,
Yeah.
6 years later? He's still doing the music between innings and the walk-up music for the Bobcats.
You know, so just like anybody else, he's got to get the schedule going. I need this day. I need this day. I need to leave early this day.
Yeah. It's the great thing that makes high school, and you know that as a coach and athletic director, is having volunteers, parent volunteers, who aren't complaining. Parents sometimes do that, but who say, what can I do to help?
Yeah, they're always great to have.
Leading off for the Bobcats, first baseman number 11, Ian Nix.
Ian Nix now leading off. Nix, who lined out to the right fielder back in that second inning. That was the great play made by right fielder Drew Szymanski. Doubled off Ray at second base. The thing about baseball, they talk about exit velocity and all those kind of things, but you can hit a little dribbler and get a base hit and hit a ball like this young man did, Ian Nitz, back in the second inning, right on the button, end up with a double play.
Yeah. It's a crazy game.
It's a cruel game, Tim. It's cruel. Not as cruel as golf, but cruel.
No, it's like you say, you know, they get on you. Oh, Lindy, that was a Texas Laker. It's a base hit in the book, buddy.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how I get it. I'll take them any way I can.
Yep. Looks like a line drive in the scorebook.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Roseland's going to have a very long leash this inning.
Pitcher helmet again down 3-0. Well executed fastball. 3 balls and a strike. If you're Nitz, you can still play around with one more. And he does and gets the walk.
Pitcher number 33, Brennan.
And this is where, you know, you don't know how long he wants to stick with him because you don't know who they have the rest of the week.
Right.
So he might say, you know, I'm going to have to ride you as long as I can.
Brennan Deremick, the pitcher for Bel Air, the batter. Brennan got a base hit to left field back in the second inning.
We're changing our pinch runners this time, I think.
Yeah, looks like now Nitz, this is not the courtesy runner because Nitz is the first baseman, so looks like this is actually a pinch runner.
Yeah, so probably do a re-entry.
We'll get a number for you and get who
Yeah,
that pinch runner
28.
is.
Yeah, pinch runner.
Looks like number 23.
28.
And of course we don't have that number on our, could it be? We'll find it out here in just a moment.
Yeah.
Deremick, the batter.
He got him
off.
picked.
Second pinch runner and picked off for the second time.
He's not picked off yet.
Running back all the way back. And the out is recorded. Again, as a coach, you can evaluate that. The first couple of throws, not what you want. They let the runner stay too far open. But then the shortstop made a great play, meaning running him all the way back. That's Travis Aloe, and then got to throw to first base for the out. So we've had 2 courtesy runners and 2 courtesy runners picked off. Probably tells you something about courtesy runners, huh?
Like I say, usually, you know, you guys get on base, they're usually your better runners, so why take them out of the game?
Yeah, it was a great job there by pitcher Helmut. I mean, he had him picked off clean.
Oh, yeah.
1 out now, nobody on base. Bottom of the 4th inning. Foul ball at the plate. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning, Bel Air scored 1 in the first, 2 in the third. That's their 3-0 lead. Just a bit low. Lead umpire not giving that low strike.
No, not at all.
It's been a ball all day long.
He's been consistent, though.
You know, Tim, that's what I was just going to say. As a manager, all you want to do is be consistent. Ball to right field, going back on it, and making the catch. Nice play again by the right fielder, Szymanski. He broke back as soon as that ball was hit. Could have been difficult for him, but he made an easy catch.
Yeah, he got a real good read on it.
2 out now, to brings up the leadoff hitter, Ben Bowen. Bowen's been to bat 3 times now, and this being the 4th inning, so that's what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do. He's been on base both times, scored both times. Got on an error the first inning, got a single last time up, and scored. Long shot into left field, dive. It's going to be by the left fielder for the base hit. Turning first, going down to second base is Bowen. Heading for third. No throw, and he's going to get the triple.
Third baseman.
Ben Bowen with a triple. How big was that pickoff at first base now?
That's major right now. Could be a 4-0 game.
Sean
Now you
Roberts.
got 2 outs and got to get a base hit here or a wild pitch to get him in or an error.
Roberts walked last time up. He's 0 for 1. Fan back in the first inning. 375 hitter. Roberts just a sophomore. Ground ball, high hop. Second baseman over his head. 2 high hops on 1 ball. Wow. Again, have you seen that before? It hit something off the bat, maybe on that lip of the infield, and then hit the lip of the infield at second base and went over the second baseman's head. For the RBI, base hit to right field.
Now, as the pitcher, you got to be going through your mind, what's going to happen next? I mean, he should be out of the inning right now.
4-0. Bringing up number 3 hitter, Talon Johns. Talon got a single RBI in the first, flew out to center field last time up.
So what do you call that, a double Baltimore chop?
See, all these terms that baseball people, the Baltimore chop, perfected by Wee Willie Keeler back in 1890. I was there, Tim. Line shot to right field. That's a base hit. Roberts had to hold up, almost got hit by the line drive. Yeah, the Baltimore chop where they would make the infield very hard in front of the plate, and then Wee Willie would just hit the ball down and let it go up about 20 feet, 30 feet in the air and beat it out for a base hit. Looks like this may be the end of the line for Helmut.
Yeah.
Matt Roseland walking slowly to the mound. Bobcats now with that 4-0 lead, and runners on at first and second, a chance to even extend that lead more. Tim, as a coach, you've lost 5 games in a row. We're talking about Matt Roseland and Patterson Mill. Some of those games in very, let's say, weird ways. Again, you've lost 6 games by a total of 10 runs among those 5 losses coming in. You beat Bel Air 4-3 on a fluky play back, mid-month or last month, and you haven't won a game since. you kind of get the idea that, again, what else could happen.
Right. You know, it's almost too is where, you know, as a coach, you might want to try to do some things. You know, maybe hit and run, force the kids to swing the bat. I know one year my coach asked me what I was doing. Their pitcher was throwing fastball strike every pitch, right down the middle. So, kid came up 0-0 with the man on first. I gave him the hit and run. Said, you know what? He's going to throw it down the middle. We're going to at least swing at it.
Did it work?
It did work.
There you go. I think I saw number 14. Wait till he just turns around so we can see his number. We were told that Ryan Malafont, number 13, might be the relief pitcher, but
It's like 16.
there's no 16 on their order. So we're a little bit at bay here till we find out who the pitcher is. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Bobcats up by 4-0.
Second baseman, number 8, Ben Eller.
Grayson Hunter, a freshman.
Number 16. And what'd you say is Tim?
Grayson Hunter, a freshman.
Oh, Grayson Hunter just up. Yep, just brought up. So Grayson Hunter will be coming in, number 16, to pitch for Patterson Mill. Batting now, the cleanup hitter, Ben Sellers. Ben is as we mentioned, a senior second baseman. Ben has been up twice, walked twice. 410 hitter. Again, runners at first and second. Roberts on at second. Talon Johns on at first. Both had singles, an RBI single for Roberts, a single for Johns. Down low, nice block there by McInnes.
It's a tough spot bringing in a freshman. Runners in scoring position. He does have 2 outs though.
Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Sellers has been up twice, walked twice. Kind of get the feeling they don't want to pitch to Ben Sellers. Cleanup hitter batting 410. I don't really blame them. Swung on and missed. Bought that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1 run in. 2 runners on base, a 4-0 lead for the Bel Air Bobcats. Outside, 3 balls and a strike.
A lot of pressure on the young guy right now.
Could that be his mom here who's standing?
Yes, it is. That's where I got the name from.
There you go. Well, now how much pressure is that? Yelling at the kid, but you're the mom. Come on. You can't do anything. You sit, stand and watch. Fly ball left field high. Moving on it is the left fielder. And the catch is made as Logan Sheeler comes over. The freshman left fielder makes the catch in support of his freshman pitcher. And so the inning does come to an end. Doing his job, the young man. So there's 1 run scored for the Bel Air Bobcats on 3 base hits. No errors, and 2 runners are left on base. We played 4 full with the Bobcats leading by 4-0.
Medic's coming back out to take the ball in the 5th. I tell you, he's giving Andrews just what he needed. But you know, too, being 4-0, the Bobcats have left a lot of guys on base. This could be, you know, a lot bigger score.
Yep. On the other hand, Patterson Mill really hasn't put too much pressure on the Bobcats. Daramek has just done the job. Remember, this young man had pitched only 6 innings all year coming in. Here we are on, April the 30th or 29th or whatever it is. But again, he was injured early in the year, rounding back into shape, and you said it, John Andrews has got to be happy to know that, hey, we've got an ace now that we can bring in. Cooper Ray, the shortstop today, is the #1 pitcher, so now you've found out you've got another young man.
Right.
Leading off for Patterson Mill, center fielder number 3, Aiden Myers.
Aiden Myers, who fanned in his only trip to the plate. 5 strikeouts in 4 innings for Daramek. Curveball, bends right in there. When you can get your secondary pitches over, Tim, that gives the batter just a whole lot of things to think about. Pop up, foul, and out of play.
You know, I was trying to think, he hasn't thrown too many first ball balls.
Yep.
It seems like he's in front all the time. It seems like a lot of the counts have been, 0-2, 1-2.
Fan 5 and walk 5 coming in 6 innings of work during the season. Pop up, first baseman, knits, shading his eyes and makes the catch.
Left fielder number 8, Logan Sheeler.
Logan Sheeler, freshman, his, as we mentioned, first game ever as a varsity player coming up from the JV.
He had some good hacks the first at bat.
He did. And then they got him on that looking for the 3rd strike. You're right, that first pitch he was swinging.
Like I said,
Strike 1.
Daramek is he's pounding the zone, man. He's saying, I'm going to bring it to you. Here it is.
Brendan Daramek, senior, 2nd year on the varsity. Pop up. Right fielder coming. Second baseman. Right fielder has it. Good job calling off Talon Johns making the catch.
Number 11, Travis Lowy.
But good job by Johns to come in and say, I'll take care of it. Looked like that wind may have caught the ball. Wind is blowing straight out to center field. Kind of caught it, held it up. 2 up, 2 down brings up the leadoff hitter, Travis Lowy. Travis got a single. Wiped out on a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. Grounded out from first baseman to pitcher last time up. Travis, a .349 hitter coming in.
He got
Top
that
of the-
big hop base hit
Yeah, back in the 1st.
in the 1st inning.
You've seen a couple of those. We've seen 3 balks today. Wow.
Seen it all. Well, I shouldn't say that because something else will crazy.
Something
will
else
happen.
will happen. Up high. May have been one of the hardest fastballs we've seen Daramek throw the entire game. You said you are in the 5th inning and he's still bringing it.
I hope I didn't jinx him. No, he just went 3-0.
Yeah, you did. Way to go, Tim. Announcer jinx, that was Tim Lindekamp. Send all cards and letters to Tim Lindekamp.
Number 2, Chase Jahusky.
My wife and I were watching a game the other day, and the pitcher hadn't given up a hit. And don't you know what she said? He's pitching a no-hitter. Next pitch,
Gone.
bam, base hit. Chase Jahusky. Chase has a single. Got on a fielder's choice. He's 1 for 2. Chase, a senior, playing second base. Ooh, inside. Little chin music, as the old timers
Yeah, I was
would
going to
call
say,
it.
this is a good time to, step off the mound, get a deep breath. You've thrown 6 balls in a row.
John
Get
Andrews,
yourself
the
regrouped.
Bel Air veteran coach. Tim, been at it 20 years, 15 of those years on the JV program, many of those years as a JV head coach. He gives so much credit to John Andrews, John Swanson, who was the head coach at Bel Air. Bobcats have won 3 state titles going back to '96 and then back-to-back in 2015 and 16.
Yeah,
Looks
I'll
like
tell
you-
you, for someone to put in that many years as a JV coach,
Mhm.
that's some loyalty there.
Yep. History teacher at Bel Air. He played at Joppatown High School back in 94, '85 era. Went to Radford University, also played at Towson. Led the Bobcats to the 2022 Region Championships in the 3A North. Chase Jahoski. 2 balls, no strikes. Up high, ball 3.
Good inning Patterson Mill needed here.
2 out. Strike on the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Brennan Demerick, Deremeik, Demerick. Starting shortstop for the team. Just a bit inside, ball 4, back-to-back walks. Tim, I believe he's hit a batter, but that's the first walks he's given up in this game.
Trey McInnes.
Trouble is, it brings up Trey McInnes, who is the number 3 hitter in the lineup, sophomore.
Yeah, I think
Trey's 0 for 2.
I think he's hoping he can get through this 5th with no runs, and then maybe running back out to the 6th. He's
Up high on the
He's
curveball.
leaving everything up right now.
Baseball can turn around so quickly. You're up 4-0, everything's going your way, 2 outs, nobody on. Now you've walked 2. There's a strike.
Yeah, I mean, 2 outs. Get a little ball in the gap. That's, it's ball game starting over, 4-2.
Nice job by McInnes. I think Tim taking that ball, figuring, okay, we need, if I can get on base, then the tie run comes to the bat. Line shot left field. That's moving on it, diving. It's going to be in there. Base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run in. Going down to second base is McInnes. He'll hold on there on a 2-run double by Trey McInnes. That ball was shot down that left field line.
Yeah, that was a shot down the line. And like you said, right now, Patterson Mills climbing back in the ball game. We're going to make a pitching change here, it looks like. Maybe
2-0.
not.
Demerick now has gone 4 2/3 innings. The catcher, McInnes, will come off as a courtesy runner, will go in for him. Bringing up the cleanup hitter, Michael Hemelt. Michael, the opposing pitcher. So Michael now represents the tie run. Just a moment ago, it was all Bel Air. The Bobcats were just cruising Tim, and now all of a sudden it's 4-2. Runner in scoring position. You get him in.
Yeah, you got your number 4 hitter up here.
Mm-hmm.
Good spot. You want him in.
368 hitter on the year. He does have a home run and 2 doubles on the year.
Oh, we're appealing.
Appealing third base. You have to touch the base.
You have to wait for the ball to be put in play. It wasn't put in play yet.
Umpire says everybody wants to umpire. Yeah, umpire has to say ball in play. Okay, now the ball is in play. And they're not good.
Yeah.
Now are we gonna do that appeal at third base? Safe at third. Don't know which one they were appealing. Must have been either the first or second runner.
Right.
They're saying missed the base. Two out. Curveball down the third baseline, just foul.
Oh,
Tim, I remember a day back in Little League, that's 60-some years ago, when Aberdeen was playing Edgewood for the county championship, and the guy hit a home run to win the game, but the runner in front of him missed third base. He was called out, and so the home run didn't count. Edgewood won the county title
that's,
over Aberdeen. How was that, huh?
so here again, look at the hole there at second base, because the second baseman's over there holding the bag.
Yep.
If you
Got to
can-
get off you. That runner up high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second base.
Yeah, this is big at bat here.
Huge at bat. Home run here could tie it. A base hit could bring them within 1. Looked like that ball was going to be inside, but Hemel was determined he wanted to hit the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Huskies have climbed back into the game, trailing 4-0. Now they're down just 4-2. On the outside corner, strike 3. What a pitch by Daramick to get out of the inning with just 2 runs. So
Right.
2 runs scored on 1 base hit, those 2 walks. The key. 2 runs, 1 base hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We have now played 4.5. Bobcats leading by 4-2 as now they play the 7th inning stretch song.
That's right.
Take me out to the ball game in the middle of the 5th. Harry Carey, the great announcer for the Chicago Cubs, who made a career of singing. Well, I guess you could call it singing. Actually, he couldn't sing, but he yelled, "Take me out to the ball game."
And they've got, Bel Air looks like they have number 12 warming up over there in the pen.
Trying to find a Bel Air number 12. We'll figure out who that is. Oh, there it is. Looks like Noah Thomas. Noah Thomas warming up for the Bel Air Bobcats.
That's what it looks like over there, number 12. Yeah, Pattersonville needs a shutdown inning right here.
Left fielder, number 37, Sean Farrell.
Grayson Hunter in for his first full inning of work. He came in the last inning and got the strikeout that ended that inning. Actually, a fly out to left field. Sean Farrell, the sophomore. Sean with a base hit and an RBI. Also a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, the number 5 hitter in the over for the Bel Air Bobcats. Down low, ball 1. So Grayson Hunter, the freshman pitcher. His mom has now chewed the entire fingernails off one hand. We're kidding, but she's standing here next to the backstop, and we've all been there with our kids, and you know, we just root for them. Inside, and it did hit him. Hit by the pitch. Farrell will go down to first base.
Center fielder, number 1,
Jordan Kozak, the center fielder. Jordan has an RBI on a force out. Also a pop-up to the first baseman, 0 for 2 unofficially, or officially. Does have the RBI. Boy, Tim, if you're Patterson-Mill, what you want here is a shutdown inning. You've just got back into the ball game. The last thing you want to do is let Bel Air lengthen that lead again.
Right. Again, this is where, you know, some senior leadership's got to go down here. He's throwing, he's got 4 balls in a row now. So he's pressing, struggling.
Down low. Ball 3.
2-0.
2-0, yeah.
2-0.
2 balls and no strikes.
There we go. Catcher's going to go out and try to calm him down.
He's not a senior, he's a sophomore, but as we talked about Trey McInnes, he gives every indication of being everything a senior would be. That's not only ability on the field, but leadership.
Yeah. He looks like he's the guy that's taking charge.
Started last year as a freshman, did Trey McInnes behind the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Inside corner, strike.
There we go.
So whatever Trey McInnes said seemed to make an impact. 2 balls and a strike. There he goes. Throw down to second base and a tag. He is out at second base.
Yeah.
It We don't have instant replay or any kind of replay from New York, but it looked like he may have gotten there. But the tag is put on him. The great throw by McInnes, the tag by Lowy. Here's a replay. You can decide for yourself, was he safe or out?
And the throw was to the, the left field side of the bag, and he whipped it around there awful quick.
And it really doesn't matter what you or I think, because the umpire is the only one whose decision makes any difference. Foul back. So just like that, the Bobcats have nobody on base, and the count is now at 3-2. Three balls, two strikes, one out, nobody on. Line drive center field, moving on it, center fielder. And making the catch is Aiden Myers.
Shortstop, number 5, Cooper Ray.
Cooper Ray now the batter. All right, Booth, now we do have a Booth review. What was the consensus inside the booth here? Was he safe or out at second base? Dennis says he was out, and Dennis is the man. So if Dennis says he's out, the squiver off the first baseline, fielded by the first baseman, throw to first base, to the pitcher.
So we got the call from New York that he was
Yeah,
out.
he was out from Dennis. But there's a bit of, let's say, maybe not 100% inside the booth. But the out was recorded, as we said. The decision by the umpire was all that counts. So they did just what we talked about, Tim, and that is a shutdown inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after that out at second base on the steal. Again, I'll say it one more time, and I promise I won't say it anymore, and I'm lying. McInnes, that throw down to second base, I mean, he had a great jump, did the runner. I thought he had zero chance of throwing him out. Great throw, great tag, and the out called at second base.
Yeah, I really like this McInnes behind the plate.
5'11", 190-pound sophomore. Tim, when you were a sophomore, you were not quite 5'11", 190, were you?
No, I believe, wrestled 132. Maybe a little lighter.
How many pounds did Dick Slutsky make you lose to get down to 132?
Coach Slutsky was very upset with me because freshman year I came in at 98.
How dare you grow?
Exactly.
First baseman, number 12, Noah Thomas.
Noah Thomas now the leadoff batter in the top of the sixth inning for the Pattersonville Huskies. Now back within 2 runs. Reached last time on an error, got out in the second inning on a ground ball to shortstop. 0 for 2 officially. Up high, ball 1. Still pitching, Brennan Deremick. Brennan is 6th inning of work, and I remind you, he's pitched 6 innings all year long. Now here today, he's into his 6th inning. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this batter got on that he might go get him.
Yeah. This runner gets on, then the batter becomes the tie run. Ground ball, third base. Dive to third baseman. Boy, that hop just ate him up. Timmy, that's that tough hop. That's not a short hop. It's not a half hop. I mean, what do you do?
Number 16, Bryson Hunter.
Yeah, that's the worst kind right there.
Give him a base hit. Ian Thomas, or Noah Thomas, getting that ball past the third baseman. Sean Roberts tried to back up, tried to backhand it, couldn't do it. So just like that, you've got the tie run at the base. This is Bryson Hunter. Bryson, a freshman. Bryson is a young man who came in to pitch, as you may recall. Now his mom has double worry, not only as a pitcher, but as now a batter. Bryson 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher. Fan to the third baseman, bobbled, throw to first base, it's low,
I think he's throwing
and it's
that away.
by the first baseman. Down to third base is the runner, Thomas, reaching
Designated hitter,
first base safely is Bryson Hunter on the error to the third baseman. Now the tie run is at first base.
Here comes our courtesy runner number 14.
That's Sean Roberts. Sean, a sophomore. So now runners at first and third and nobody out.
No outs.
John Teal, the designated hitter, got hit by a pitch and grounded out to third base. Teal batting .250 on the year. Base hit here would bring his team within one. Up high. Ball one.
Yeah, Patterson Mills bench come alive a little bit here.
Tim, I'm like you. I'm a bit surprised that Daramick is still pitching. You would think it might be time to bring in a reliever, but Coach Andrews says no, we're going to stick with him. Line drive left field is going to be into foul territory and out of play. Ball was well hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, he's still got no outs, and looks like his velocity might have dropped a little bit. He's having a little trouble with the strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, 2 on. Bryson Hunter on at first. Noah Thomas on at third. Tip foul and back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tim, if you're the infield, you're back. Third baseman, first baseman are in, but the double play would be you would trade a run for 2 outs.
Most definitely. I'd still have the lead, so. I'm surprised he hasn't started him up yet and try to get him down in the second base.
Yeah, that is again your tie run.
Oh,
nice bender right on the inside corner. The pitch that Daramick needed, and he got it called too.
Aiden Myers.
Aiden Myers now with 1 out, runner still on at first and third. Myers 0 for 2, fanned and popped up to the first baseman. We're in the top of the 6th inning. As you know, in high school, you play 7. Unless, Tim, it's tied. And then what happens?
you get extra baseball.
Extra innings. I think the booth just shut my sound off. Not their favorite thing to hear, extra innings. Beautiful day. I mean, where would you rather be, Tim? Don't answer that. Safety squeeze back. And we had that discussion about the lost art of bunting. Hayden Myers unable to get the ball down. On the third base, in that case, Noah Thomas, safety squeeze. Of course, in that case, you wait to see if the ball gets down. Then you make a decision whether you want to go or not. In a suicide squeeze, you just run.
That's right.
If he misses the bunt, you're a dead goose. In this case, a dead husky. Turn. Again, that runner's holding on at first base. Tim, I'm like you. I'm a bit surprised that he hasn't gone here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on at first and third. Huskies down by 2. Top of the 6th inning. Again, turns as if to bunt. 2-1. Hayden Myers, senior center fielder.
I think you got to get that guy down in scoring position.
Strike is the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out.
Now you're not sure if you want to run him or not. You don't want to have a strike him out, throw him out.
It appeared he had no intent to bunt the ball. It looked like he was just trying to disrupt Daramick's concentration there on the mound. Curveball! Strike 3. 2 straight curveballs for strikes, looking.
Logan Sheeler.
That's 8 strikeouts on the game for Deremick.
Logan Sheeler, the freshman, coming up.
Yep, number 9
Pressure
hitter in the order.
here.
Fanned and flew out to the right fielder. Ground ball third base, fielded by the third baseman. Long throw to first base, and the out is recorded. Good job there by Sean Roberts, the third baseman, who had a bit of an adventure here in this inning. Makes a good stop and a long throw and gets the out. So just like that, the Bel Air Bobcats get out of it. No runs. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. We played 5 1/2. 4-2 the score, the Bel Air Bobcats leading. Tim, great job by Brennan Deremick. Those 2 strikeouts, 2 looking strikeouts, and getting the ground out.
All right, so here's the question. Are you sending him out for the 7th?
If I'm the manager, it depends. Do I have somebody I have confidence in, unlike the oil reliever who came in last night and blew the ball game? If I have somebody that I know is a shutdown pitcher, yeah. It's all about winning the game. It's not about individuals.
Right. I mean, if it stays 4-2, I'm probably going to somebody else. If Bel Air happens to put a 2 spot up this inning, makes it 6-2, then I'm going to send him out.
Yep. Hope you've enjoyed this last baseball game we'll be doing in the 2024 season. It's been a fun year. We're finally getting some good weather, which always happens, Tim. The season's over. When the weather comes, the good weather comes.
Leading off for the Bobcats, first baseman, number 11, Ian Nitz.
Ian Nitz will lead off this bottom of the 6th inning for the Bel Air Bobcats. He lined out to right field back in that first inning in that double play ball that we keep talking about, the play that Drew Szymanski made in right field. Tremendous play. Walked last time. His courtesy runner or pinch runner was picked off at first base. 0 for 1. Should be 1 for 1, but 0 for 1 officially.
There he goes.
He had only had 11 at-bats coming into the ball game. Ian finished 4th, by the way, in the state wrestling tournament back in the winter. 2 balls and a strike.
Hunter still looks like he's trying to fight a little bit to get that strike zone.
Line drive. Second baseman moving, gets it on the bounce, and the throw to first base for the out. Good play from Tchaikovsky to Thomas. The out is recorded.
Number 33, Brennan Deremick.
Brennan Deremick, the pitcher who's gone all the way, also has a hit back in the 2nd inning and a fly out to right field. Deremick comes in as a .343 hitter. Plays shortstop when he's not pitching. A little bit of a humpback line drive into center field. It ain't how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him. Second hit for Deremick.
I don't mean to laugh, but I want to see who the courtesy runner is this time.
If I'm Deremick, I say, never mind, I will take it. Coach Andrews says he's making up his mind. I think he's going to let him stay at first base.
Do you want to run? He said, yes, I will.
Yeah, yeah. So pitcher Deremick stays in. I think what Tim was referring to, we've had 2 pinch runners, 1 courtesy, 1 pinch runner, both of whom have been picked off. There's a throw to first base. That would have been...
if they would have picked him off.
Yeah, we would have left.
Yeah.
The mics would have been dropped, we'd have been gone. 1 out, runner at first base is Deremick. Leadoff hitter has been Bowen, the leadoff hitter in the lineup.
Oh,
Bowen's had quite a game. He scored 3 runs, has 2 base hits.
I think McGinnis might have took that strike away from Hunter there. He popped up real quick like he was going to throw down the first. It was a nice little curveball.
Last time up had that triple down the left field line, did Ben Bowen. Bowen came in as a .312 hitter with 12 runs scored, 3 home runs, and 15 runs. Been on 3 times, scored 3 runs. That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do. Ben Bowen, a senior. Shot into left field. He's now been up 4 times and on 4
That's going to get
times.
into the gap, too.
Left fielder has it. Here comes the throw. Holding up at third base is the runner, Daramick. So we have runners at second and third.
Number 14, Sean Robert.
The double by Bowen. Bowen got on an error in the first inning, then got a base hit in the third and a triple in the fourth. Now he has a double in the 6th inning. Bring up Sean Roberts, the sophomore third baseman.
Roberts needs to put this in play and try to get extra insurance running here.
Runners at second and third, just 1 out. Runner the infield in all the way. They've got to cut the run off. Pop foul off and out of play on the right side. 4-2 the score. Obviously what a 5th or 6th run would mean going into the last inning, the top of the 7th. Roberts single and an RBI last time. Strike, 4 down the middle.
So Hunter needs a strikeout here bad. If he could get a strikeout here, that would be big for Patterson Mill.
No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Freshman pitcher. Curveball, ground ball shortstop coming, throw to the plate. He's going to be out at the plate. Great catch, great throw. Good job on McInnes not blocking the plate but making the tag. So the out is recorded from the shortstop Lowy to the catcher McInnes, and the tag is recorded at the plate as Demerick is out.
Very nice play.
It was that. So on the fielder's choice, reaching is Roberts. Going down to third base is Bowen, but the run does not score. Which, Tim, that's just the way you draw it up. Bring your infield in. Lowy makes the good pickup, took his time, made a great throw right where he needed to. McInnes caught the ball well, put the tag, and there was no question he was out. Talon Johns now the batter. Talon 2 for 3 on the day. Runner at third base and first.
I tell you, with Johns up, he's having a nice day at the plate. I'm keeping my runner at first. He's going to stay right where he's at. I'm not going to have McInnes throw me out and run me out of this inning.
RBI in the first inning, a single last time up in the 4th inning. Nice curveball. Bryson Hunter. I think I called him Grayson Hunter once, and I apologize for that. Bryson Hunter. Bryson, who started the game as the third baseman, freshman, moving in now to pitch, taking over for Michael Melt. Curveball. This is the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. How important is that run at third base?
Yeah, that's
2 out. Now the pitcher disengaged from the rubber. If you're thinking balk, if he had turned to first and not thrown, that would have been a balk, but he disengaged, brought his pitching foot off the rubber, and so he was able to fake that throw to first base. You talked about Coach Roseland and all his trick plays, and there you saw the fake to third base, hoping that runner at first would take off.
again, you know, he's worried about these runners. I got to get this hitter. That's where I got to put my focus right now.
Bryson Hunter, the freshman pitcher, stepping out from the bat is Talon Johns, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, 324 hitter. 6 RBIs on the year. He would love to have a 7th one, actually an 8th one, since he had one back in the first inning. Swung on.
It's foul tip.
Catcher rushes back to recover it, McGinnis, but I think it was a foul tip. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, 2-run lead for the Bel-Air Bobcats. The deuces are wild here. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1 inning of regulation left.
He's leaning. He might be taking off his pitch.
No,
Yeah.
outside.
Well, he's taking off on this pitch.
3 balls and 2 strikes. You can expect the runner at first to go. Runner at third, of course, will hold up. He doesn't want to run into the last out. Hunter. Now we've seen the 4th balk, and the runner will come in from third base. We have seen 4 balks called today. Matt Roseland is questioning the umpires, and the umpire says, let us talk about it.
I don't think it's Coach Rose. I believe it's the pitching coach.
So the balk is recorded. That's our 4th balk we've seen of the game. And again, you know, I've been around baseball my entire life, which is about, what, 35 years now? Okay, 80 years. And I've never seen 4 balks called in one
I think he
game.
called him for a double set, but I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
So, you know, that's a big run there.
Line shot into right field, and now
That's going to give him another run.
that really doesn't make a difference. And it makes me feel a little better in that the run wasn't scored, as it turned out, because of an umpire's call. But the base hit by Johns to right field scores the 6th run of the ball game for Bel-Air.
Yeah, but saying that you don't want to cause that run, that runner doesn't go to second base either. So now you have first and third. So
Yeah, good
actually
point.
that balk moved the guy to second and got that run in.
Good point. Very good point.
And I tell you, I didn't see the double set. I'm sure the umpire's standing closer than I am.
Yep.
And his eyes are a lot younger than mine. So
Ben Sellers the batter now. Ben's got one official turn at the plate. He flew out to left field last time, walked the first 2 times up, cleanup hitter in the order. Those 2 runs, those 2 big runs for the Bel-Air Bobcats. They go up now by 6-2.
and Hunter looks a little flustered right now.
Down low. Ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. Seller, who's already walked twice in this game, takes a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Cleanup hitter, as we mentioned, 410 on the year, 10 RBIs. Swung on this, 3-2. Give Bryson Hunter credit. He's not giving in.
A 3-2 count. Runner's going to be moving again.
Here he goes. Line shot, center field,
Uh-oh,
deep,
that's
deep,
trouble. That's
deep,
trouble.
and off the wall.
fence.
Coming in to score all the way from first base is Johns on the double by Sellers. Well, that's what your cleanup hitter is supposed to do.
Left fielder number 37, Sean Farrell.
3rd run of the inning. Now it's a 7-2 game. Sean Farrell now the sophomore. Hit by pitch last time up. Got a single and an RBI. Fanned. 4 balks in the game.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Down low.
They're blocked by McGinnis.
Still hustling behind the plate. I think we're going to be hearing the name Trey McGinnis. I know we will here in Harford County for the next 2 years. I think beyond the county. Just a very polished receiver.
And only a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Going to get bigger, going to get stronger.
5'11", 190-pound sophomore. started last year as a freshman. Ground ball second base. Nobody covering. Now the pitcher gets there, and the out is recorded. From second baseman Jahosky to the pitcher Hunter, 3-1, and the inning does come to a conclusion. Not before the Bobcats score 3 runs on 3 base hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We have now played 6.5 innings with the Bobcats, or actually 6 full innings. The Bobcats now leading by 7.
And this is big for Andrews. You know, he can send Daramick back out there, try to get them to have to use another pitcher hopefully. And, you know, he's got a 5-run lead, so he's got a little bit of play with.
7-2, and again, as you remember, it was 4-2 with 2 outs, and it looked like Patterson Mill was going to escape with that 2-run deficit on that great play made by shortstop to the catcher to cut off the run. But then the Bobcats rallied, got the benefit of a balk call, and he picked up 3 big runs, another crooked inning for the Bobcats. Bobcats who lost that game early in the season 4-3 to the Huskies, looking to try to even the season series. A win today would bring them to 7-8 with a chance to end with a with at least a 500 record by the end of the season. A loss would assure Patterson Mill of their 3rd losing season under Matt Roseland.
Number 6 looks like he's pitch hitting, I think.
Yeah, that's I don't have a number 6 on my order.
Is it this over here? Is that, I don't know how this goes. It goes Corey Gibson and then.
I think that's the Bel Air roster. Throw to first base. He is safe.
Oh,
Safe is the call. I don't have a number for that young man on the Patterson Mill roster.
this is Patterson Mill because there's helmet. So it's
Yeah.
Corey Gibson, I think.
Corey
just got
Gibson,
the
thank
base
you.
hit. You're
Yep.
welcome.
Corey Gibson coming in and getting the pinch hit, being called safe at first base. We'll have to give him a base hit.
Batting for Patterson Mill, number 14, Frankie Culata.
Looks like we got another pitch hitter here,
Yeah, it looks like another pinch hitter.
Frankie Culata.
Travis Lowy was the leadoff hitter, but he was pinch hit for
Corey Gibson.
Corey Gibson, who gets on base on the base hit.
And now it looks like we've got numbers at number 14, Frankie Culata.
Frankie Culata is now pitch hitting for Chase Jahosky. Looks like Matt Roseland down by 7-2 has decided to get some of his younger players a chance to bat here and get some TV time there.
Yeah.
Pop foul, backing out of play.
Yeah, let them get the feel of it. And if you don't give them the opportunity in this game, then it's a big game in the playoffs and you need somebody and they've never been in the opportunity before. You don't know what you're going to get. So if
Gibson
can fight a little bit.
Gibson with the base hit. Lowy had been gone 1 for 2.
Oh,
There's a line drive into right center field. Matt Roseland knows exactly what he's doing. And hustling on into second base on the double is Culata.
yeah.
So 2 pinch hitters and 2 base hits.
For Braylon Bochamp.
Wow. And now a 3rd pinch hitter,
Beecham.
Beauchamp. Beauchamp pitch hitting. Oh, and he gets hit. So down to first base, the bases are loaded. And just like that, pitcher Brennan Daramick has the bases loaded with nobody out.
Number 23, Mason Hemmel.
Now Mason Hemmelt,
Is hitting for his brother.
yeah, Mason, a freshman, hitting for his brother Michael. Stranger things have happened. The Huskies now are down by 7-2. They're down by 5.
They have no outs.
No outs,
High
bases
run on
loaded.
the on-deck circle.
Swung on and missed. So 3 pinch hitters, all 3 getting on base, 2 with base hits, and the last one hit by the pitch. Mason Hemelt. Strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Brendan Dermick said, "Hey, I've had enough of this.
Right.
Let's put an end to this kind of thing going on." Remind you that Dermick has thrown 6 innings all year long. He's thrown 6 innings today. This is 7th inning. Outside. Said a lot of good things about McInnes, the catcher for Patterson Mill. Ben Bowen, the catcher for Bel Air, also done a nice job.
Yes, he has.
Ben is normally a shortstop, also catches. One of those versatile players. 2 balls, 1 ball, 2 strikes, I should say. Did he go? Yep, and he can't run. The bases are loaded. So the first out is recorded on the strikeout. See if they have any more pinch hitters to send
He
out.
was a little confused there. Yeah, we got another one.
Now batting for Pattersonville, number 13, Ryan Malenfant.
Yep, this is
Ryan.
Ryan Malenfant. He's a freshman. He was a young man we were told might be the substitute pitcher today. Swung on and missed. So 4 batters, 4 pinch hitters. Malenfant batting for Noah Thomas. Bases loaded, 1 out. Curveball, outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Brendan Dermick trying to throw a complete game victory for the Bel Air Bobcats. Just outside. Thought Mr. Umpire was going to raise that right arm.
Too. So is everybody that pitched it been freshmen so far?
I think.
Yeah, so I guess Coach Logan's looking at his future here.
Yeah. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Back in the old days when Brooklyn played, the Dodgers played in Brooklyn, they called it FOB, full of bums. The Dodgers were called the Bums in a very affectionate way. We're full of Huskies. Curveball, strike 3. It looks like the 10th strikeout of the game for Dermick.
No pitch hitter here.
I think we've run out of pinch hitters. It's the freshman, though, Bryson Hunter. Bryson, who came in to pitch.
Whoa.
Low bridge.
That's a curveball that I think he lost the grip on there a little bit.
2 down, bases loaded. Huskies down to their final out. Tie run on deck. Up high, ball 2.
He's got 2 outs. Trying to finish us off, overthrowing a little bit.
If you're John Andrews, if he gets on, then the tie run comes to the plate. You know, do you stick with Dermick?
I would.
Pop up.
That's out of play.
Out of play on the right side.
Yeah, I would stick with him. I mean, I hate to say it, but if he gets a run in here, what are your chances of hitting the grand slam and tying it up?
We've seen 4 balks today.
I know.
I just pointed that out.
Never mind. Never mind.
4 balks in one
That
game.
is crazy.
2 balls, 1 strike. Strike 2. So down to their last strike are the Pattersonville Huskies, trailing 7-2. They have the bases loaded. Their freshman Bryson Hunter at the bat. Up high, tried to break off the curveball.
We're going to have all kinds of things happening now.
3 balls, 2 strikes. You can bet all the runners will be off and
Everybody's
running.
moving.
The ball hit in the gap, and we could see all 3 runners score.
That's right.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Brennan Daramek trying to finish the game off. And there they go. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out. Daramek completes with his 11th strikeout. The complete game. He fans 11, gives up, let's see, 2 hits in that inning. There are no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. So he gave up 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6-hitter. He fans 11, does Brennan Daramek, wins his first game of the year, and goes to complete game 7 innings. Got to give that young man a lot of credit.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he really helped out his Andrews, the head coach Andrews, and his team by taking all 7, under his wing. That's big with, probably 3 more games this week.
Got 2 runs on 6 hits for the Patterson Mill Huskies. 7 runs, 3, 6, 8, 10 on 11 hits for the Bel Air Bobcats. The Bobcats win their 7th game of the year. They go now to 7-8. The loss drops Patterson Mill to 6-10, and that is now their 6th game in a row, Tim, that they have lost here late in the season. And again, today's kind of typical. They had the game a chance to get back in the ball game. A couple of mistakes, a couple of things that didn't go their way. 4 balks, of course, didn't help. Not all against them, but that 1 balk really hurt.
And again, a lot of key walks again, Each game that we do together, it seems like, in those walks that, coaching, you walk that first guy, it always seems like he comes in and scores. So, I'm not sure how many walks they had, but I know they had a good bit. So
Ben Bowen, I should say, went 3 out of 4. The only time they got him out, he got on an error. Scored 4 times from the leadoff position. So when you're looking at star players, put Ben Bowen there, who was the great catcher for Bel Air, normally plays a shortstop, catching for the Bobcats and getting 3 out of 4 and scoring 4 runs. So a win for the Bel Air Bobcats. They even their season series against Patterson Mill, having lost earlier 4-3. They now win it by 7-2. Tim Lindekamp, assess the game.
again, I think Demerick just, I think Bel Air rode him today, did a good job. I think, again, Patterson Mill had some opportunities. They just couldn't cash in on them. Too many walks. That's what always comes down to me, walks. But I think, again, I give it to Demerick. I think he just went out and did the job, and that's what Coach Andrews really needed from him.
Yeah, Brendan Daramek, excuse me, Brendan, again, had pitched 6 innings all year today. He goes all 7 and completed. We're thinking maybe, are they going to take him out? But Coach John Andrews showed great confidence in his senior pitcher who came through for him. And I think now it looks like he's fully healthy and is ready to go into the playoffs and perhaps give the Bobcats a real boost when it comes to the postseason.
Right. Again, I think that was just a big start for him. So I think he is ready to go. And I don't know what they have left the rest of the week, but, you got him sitting there towards the end of the week if you have to play, if you get a little rain out. And you got him sitting ready for the playoffs.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this game from Bel Air. Don Morrison along with Tim Lindekamp. A good game, a well-played game, interesting game. 4 balks that we saw, something we hadn't not seen in the history of watching baseball, but it happened today. Again, our final score, the Bel Air Bobcats winning by 7-2. They go to 7-8 on the year. Patterson Mill dropping to 6-10 on the season. Again, hope you've enjoyed it. Don Morrison, my partner Tim Lindekamp. We'll see you again real soon.